Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. So we're actually going to go right now to pick up the check on this property that I just closed on. I wanted to provide you guys a little bit of insight, especially if you've never watched any of my videos. My videos are not really based off of real estate based content. I run the largest day trading channel for those who day trade in the stock market, and that's always been my biggest passion. At age 20, I moved from California to Arizona, and I decided to buy my first house here. And just because of this series of events, I kind of wanted to provide a little bit on the back end of what has, I don't want to say led to my success, but what has just fallen into my lap as I've proactively been taking advantage of these opportunities. So again, as a college student, I moved from California to Arizona at a full-time job here, and that allowed me to qualify for my first property. It was a foreclosed home. Bought that property. A couple months after that, I knocked on my neighbor's door. I had a couple friends that wanted to rent a 4-bedroom, but I wanted to buy this house. So they agreed to sell me their house. I bought my neighbor's house, which is again completely random and things that you hear in movies. And it was pretty baller. It was pretty cool that I was able to own 2 houses right by next to one another. And shortly after that, I think it was a year after that, I bought 2 condos. And it was actually from a member from TechBud Solutions. I bought the first condo, and then I ended up running into a neighbor that wanted to sell their condo as well. And in these condos, I got extremely lucky where they were in need of money and they were willing to offer me the condo for a really great deal where I was nearly able to double my money. And it wasn't a ton of money. These condos in Arizona were selling anywhere from around $60,000 to $75,000 per condo. But the way that things played out, it's being able to turn $60,000 to $113,000 or $75,000 investment to over $120,000. Those are just not your everyday deals. If they were, then we'd be doing very good. But altogether, what I wanted to talk about was kind of how I began to do this. I began to become a hard money loan only for one person, and his name is Lenny. I would not have been making this money if it weren't for him. So this video is actually just thanking him for allowing me to shadow him, as he is one of the #1 real estate agents here in Arizona. He's been absolutely killing it, and I've always wanted to learn more about real estate. And I really, if I can pinpoint one reason that I have maybe been viewed as being successful in real estate, it's just because I've always been interested in it. I think a lot of you guys can agree, we all might share very similar interests, but I did, I think, a very good job as I was just getting started in saving money and saving capital. And although, I started when I was 20, now being 24, have invested in 9 properties and now moving on to my 10th. It's very exciting, and it's because of being able to connect with amazing and talented people like Lenny. This is my second property that I've closed when it comes down to hard money loans. And on this property alone, I made over $8,800 in profit when it comes down to interest that I made off of lending Lenny the money. And this is our second deal, right? So altogether, I'm well over now $10,000 profit in just 2 deals working with him and shadowing him as he buys these good deals that need some form of rehab. He gets his team to work on them, and then he relists them, and he's just an absolute beast, and he turns them around for a profit. This last one that he just did, he actually fell in love with it so much that he turned it into an Airbnb. He actually already had someone stay in it already. So it's just so absolutely amazing to be someone that's proactively looking for deals and dabble around with different ways on how to make money. But one of the things that I've noticed is that something that's played a huge role in my success is that, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And I 100% agree. It doesn't make sense even for the past 2 to 3 months, right? When I lent him this money, I lent him $280,000. And when it comes down to the percentage return, I get it that it's not the most, but it's not about that. I'm really just trying to learn how to buy, rehab, and flip a home for a profit. And I'm learning from the best, and on top of that, I'm getting paid for it. So this is what I'm viewing it as. It would be amazing just to learn from him, but because I'm able to lend him money, I get really plugged in. I'm able to make great videos for you guys, that a lot of you enjoy. And on top of that, I learned so much from the best and the relationships that I'm building with him and his team. And he's not only been able to help me out, but he's actually been able to help out a friend like Nick that's actually going to be visiting us tomorrow in buying his first investment property in Arizona. It's just so amazing. And all this video is really to talk about. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I remember working at Verizon Wireless, and I made good money. Like, I made good money for not having a degree. I was going to school and I was working part-time, and I would make anywhere from like $4,500 to $6,000 a month, including commission, in these telecommunication sales commission-based jobs. And that's, that's a lot of work. Even full-time people there wouldn't even make as much as I would, just let's say they weren't as good, right? But all together, it's so crazy to see like all the hard work that you put in to get that output. But then now, because of this series of different markets that I've invested in, and the capital that I have, that I'm now able to leverage that. And within like 2.5 months, I'm able to make, $10,000 profit. It's so unbelievably amazing. And it's such a blessing that, again, it comes down to that simple idea that, the harder I work, the luckier I get. And I do agree that, it does take money to make money. And that's why I've always been a huge believer in empowering our viewers to get a stable job, to provide some form of stability in which you can build off of. I think it's very hard to think in a very creative way when you have, rent on your mind, or how you're gonna pay for your next meal. But once you have your very basics kind of like set up for, if you're able to work 2 or 3 times as hard in markets that you actually enjoy and are interested in, I think that's also a huge disconnect from people that are just getting started in any market, not just day trading, not just real estate, not just Amazon FBA, or whatever it is that you might be interested in. I think people become and get so overwhelmed with all the options that they have that they just fail because they're so obsessed about making money and not actually providing a solution or solving a problem. And I think that's what it really comes down to. There's no question that people either pay for value or pay for someone to solve their problem, or for a solution that you can provide. And this comes in various different ways, where either the amount of work that you can put in or the capital that you can provide for them, that is all either a solution or a value for someone, and that comes at a price. And that's just something that I've learned in the very few years that I've been dabbling in this. So let's go ahead and pick up this check. It's a little bit of a hefty check altogether. It's not all profit. Again, about $8,800 of it is profit. So it's going to be about $290,000. But yeah, I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So let's go ahead and pick it up. Alrighty.
Hey, I'm Amber. Nice to meet you. Do you have your driver's license on you?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Appreciate it.
Yep, there you go.
Alrighty.
Have a good one. Have a good weekend.
Take it easy. You as well.
Thanks.
Mind if I grab one of these Sour Patches? Thank you. Alright team, there we have it. Hopefully you guys could see it focused. $288,560.65. So again, the whole amount is not profit, I wish. $8,560.65. Thank you again, Lenny, for allowing me to be a part of this. All right, team, I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's very simple video. If you guys did, we'd really appreciate the thumbs up. It really helps out the video. On top of that, if you guys would like to stay connected, I'd love to have you guys join our free Facebook group. We do run the largest free Facebook group for those that day trade in the stock market. That's gonna be that first link down below. And if you think that you're ready to now take on the market, I wanted to offer you $40 off the Learn Plan Profit course. I'd love the opportunity to work with you on an everyday basis. And again, the Learn Plan Profit team is the only team that actually gets to watch me trade live every single day. So again, I'm gonna leave that for the second link down below for $40 off to join the Learn Plan Profit team. Really do appreciate your guys' time. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.